It was the summer of 2016. I was finally about to play the newest installment of one of my favorite game franchises of all time, Uncharted 4. As I turned on my PS4 and started the game, something weird happened. After about 15 minutes of playing, I suddenly froze. I couldn't move my hands anymore or press anything on the controller. The only thing I was able to press was the PS button. And then turn off PS4. Now if you are wondering why this happened, what was going on, we have to go back 15 years into the past to the beginning. It was the summer of 2001. I was born in the United Arab Emirates and I was only 5 years old, enjoying my last summer before starting first grade in elementary school. I had many hobbies, but the one thing that made me the happiest was watching the VHS tapes my family had from the 90s and the early 2000s. If you don't know what VHS is, VHS stands for Video Home System. It was a type of video cassette tape people used to watch and record movies and TV shows at home. To watch one, you needed a VCR, which stands for Video Cassette Recorder. You would insert the tape, connect it to your TV, press play, and you could even record whatever was showing on TV. Most of our VHS tapes were Disney and Pixar movies, or cartoons and Japanese anime that aired in the Middle East. Yes, Japanese anime. Anime and cartoons were a huge part of my childhood. I watched each tape maybe 100 times to the point that I memorized every scene and every line. My favorites included Captain Tsubasa, Pokemon, Tarzan, The Lion King, and so many more. Too many to even count. A funny fact that might surprise you is that many of the VHS tapes I got actually came from the one place you would never expect to find them: KFC. Yes, KFC. I remember you could get these VHS tapes when you bought kids' meal from them. For example, I got tapes from KFC like the Pokemon first movie, the Power Rangers movie, the Dragon Ball third movie, and TV episode arcs like Digimon and Detective Conan. I think I can make a whole series by itself just talking about these childhood cartoon, anime, and shows. About 80% of them were Arabic dubbed, so I didn't even realize they were made in Japan or other countries. I thought they were made in my country or the Arab ones, unless they were live actions like Home Alone or Power Rangers, which I watched in English, or other live actions where the actors clearly were dubbed. For example, I still remember seeing Mount Fuji in the background of the first episode of Captain Tsubasa. I wondered, is this mountain real? Where is it? Why can't I see it in my country? I really want to see it and climb it. And funnily enough, 23 years later, I climbed it. Watching these anime and cartoon was the thing that made me the happiest. But that summer of 2001, something else happened. Before I started first grade, my family gave me a gift that would change my life forever. The PlayStation 1. I don't remember exactly why they bought it for me. Maybe I saw my cousins playing it and wanted one too. Maybe they bought it to motivate me before school. I remember the 3 games they bought with it: Hercules, Disney's Aladdin and Nasira's Revenge, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. This was a dream thing for me. The idea that I could control the same characters I watched in VHS was unbelievable. That was the moment, the beginning of this story and my gaming journey. From 2001, when I was 5 years old, until 2013, when I turned 18, I played games consistently, without stopping. During those 12 years, I owned Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 1, 2 and 3, PSP, GameCube, and the Nintendo DS. And I played over 450 games. Now you might ask, were you rich or something? No. Here's what happened. In the Middle East during the PS1 and PS2 era, most shops sold pirated games. As a kid, I didn't even know what pirated meant. I just thought that's how games were sold, as most of my near local shops were only selling pirated games. A PS1 game cost about $1.30, a PS2 game cost about $2.70. So yes, most of those 450 plus games were pirated copies. Later, during the PSP and PS3 era, pirated games stopped being common, and only official copies were available. My favorite games during that time were Sly Cooper games, God of War games, Jak 3, Rockstar games like GTA, Bully, and Red Dead Redemption. I loved platformers, hack and slash games, and open world games. With this gaming hobby, my love for anime and storytelling through other media also increased. I started watching the anime I loved as a kid in Japanese around 2008, and my love for anime has never stopped since then. But I was so extreme about gaming. Whenever we visited relatives, I brought my console. When we traveled to other countries, I brought it. Even when I stopped bringing it, relatives still joked, "Where is your PlayStation? You didn't bring it?" You see, this constant extreme love for gaming started to hit me. That from 2010 to 2013, I played less games each year. I didn't quit, but the passion slowly decreased. In 2014, I bought the PS4. And believe it or not, between 2014 and 2016, I only bought two games, FIFA 15 and FIFA 16. I don't know what happened to me. I went from loving variety games to playing only FIFA for 2 years. Actually, I didn't play FIFA only. Technically, there was a third game, which was Rocket League. Yes, I played Rocket League so much that I even got the Platinum trophy for it. Can you believe it? But you could say FIFA and Rocket League are technically similar, since both are based on football. So yeah, I basically changed from being a variety game lover to playing only football games or only FIFA games. Then, in 2016, I learned that Uncharted 4 was releasing. As someone who finished Uncharted 1 and 2 and loved them, and who see them as one of my favorite game franchises, I said, this is it. Next summer will finally be my return to being a variety gamer again, and to stop being a FIFA only gamer. I bought Uncharted 3 and 4 on PS4. I played Uncharted 3 and completed it and loved it. Seeing how many of its settings were in the Middle East, and seeing the desert and the Arabic writing in the game made me so happy, and I enjoyed it. And then, it was the summer of 2016. I was finally about to play the newest installment of one of my favorite game franchises of all time, Uncharted 4. As I turned on my PS4 and started the game, something weird happened. After about 15 minutes of playing, I suddenly froze. I couldn't move my hands anymore or press anything on the controller. The only thing I was able to press was the PS button, and then turn off PS4. If you had told my younger self in 2016, at 20 years old, you will stop playing games, I would have laughed and said, that's impossible. But it happened. Why? I still don't fully know. Did I grow older? Was I too obsessed? Did I burn out from being extreme? Whatever it was, that day was the end. From that moment, I couldn't touch any game. What is weird is that I was extreme and obsessed even with other hobbies, like watching anime and other stories in other media. And even though I watch way less now than before, I still watch them and never stopped all of them like gaming. Whenever a sequel of my favorite franchises and games released from 2016 and after, friends would ask, will you play it? And I would say, I'm done with gaming. I can't even touch a game. I get bored after 10 seconds. Sometimes it didn't feel like burnout. It felt like a curse. It was like someone cast a spell on me. Or a switch in my brain for gaming was flipped and turned off. I still followed some gaming news that I see here and there, as I was subscribed to some gaming YouTubers. But I couldn't even watch walkthroughs as I got bored so quickly. The curse was strong. But I was not totally away from gaming. And there was an exception for two things that I still follow to this day: esports and speedrunning. The only sport I watched was Rocket League. I started watching RCS, short for the Rocket League Championship, live from season 4 in 2017. It was so exciting and I really was a huge fan that in 2023 I went to Germany to Düsseldorf to watch the World Championship live in person. For speedrunning, which if you don't know what that means, is the act to complete a game as fast as possible. Of course, there are so many categories. For example, one of them is the any person category, which means you have to complete the game as fast as possible by any means, like using glitches. Of course, these categories are used without any type of cheating or using any cheat software out of the game. I loved watching the speedrunning world record histories videos and channels. Creators like Summoning Salt, Speed Dogs, the Rixar, and almost all the channels who documented world record histories. As years goes by, from time to time, sometimes I wonder, will I ever come back to gaming? Will it ever happen? years passed. Then it was summer of 2025. Yes, for some reason it's always summer that big things about gaming happen for me. I was sitting alone and suddenly something hit me. I don't know what it was, but I felt like the switch in my brain has turned back on. Energy exploded inside me. I want to play games. I'm excited. I want to play now. But I stopped myself and said, this comeback can't be normal. This comeback is a celebration, and I want to celebrate it with everybody. It has to be a challenge. It has to be a YouTube series. I always had doing content creation in my bucket list. I thought, this is it. As my motivation is back for gaming, I can use content creation as a way to celebrate this comeback. And that's how it started. This is the journey to complete 100 games after 10 years. Hiatus. Welcome everybody to the Azuz SWS channel. You can call me Azuz, that's my nickname. For the SWS, it's actually a short mix of my family name, the city I live in, and the football club that I love. And this is actually my first YouTube video ever, so I still feel amateur, little nervous, but at the same time, I'm really excited. I'm excited to start this series, celebrate this comeback, and share this journey with all of you. Before I explain how this series will work, the 4 categories of the games that I will play, and announce my first game, let me quickly explain all the platforms that I will be using. First, it's the Twitch channel, which will be Azuz SWS. All the 100 games will be played and completed live in Twitch, and all the recordings will be saved there until they expire. Second, it's the main YouTube channel, which is this one, Azuz SWS. This will have the edited versions of my Twitch playthroughs. It's for those who don't want to watch the full VODs playthroughs and only want to watch the best moments, reactions, commentary, and afterthoughts. Third is the VODs YouTube channel, Azuz SWS VODs. This will have the full Twitch recordings but in YouTube format. It's for those who don't want to watch in Twitch format but in YouTube one. Fourth, the Clips channel, Azuz SWS Clips. This will contain shorter edited moments that won't make it in the main YouTube channel. The videos will be usually between 5 minutes to 20 minutes approximately. And finally, Instagram and X, which will be Azuz SWS. There, I will post stream announcements, updates, behind the scenes contents, thoughts, pictures, and live updates. I have created accounts on every platform, but I won't go deep into that now. If you would like to support this journey, I will really appreciate it if you follow me on Twitch, turn on the notification to catch my live streams, subscribe for the YouTube channels, and turn on the notifications for them too. Follow on Instagram and X. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share this video to others who might want to join this journey. And now it's time to announce my first game. Oh man, where is it? I heard it's in the pocket of a guy wearing a straw hat. A straw hat, for real. And he should be near here, but I can't find him. Wait a second. Is that him? What the hell? Why is this guy storing beef in his pocket? Wait. Is this even a pocket or a black hole? How is this fitting in here? Wait, what? Okay, it looks cute. I will give him that. But why do I feel like I have seen this before? Finally, I got it! Oh my god, he found me! Haraheta! Oh, it's you? Haraheta? Oh my god, it's you! Aniki MC! What are you doing here? And why do you have my stuffs with you? Wait. I'm asking the questions first. Why you have this important item? This one, the one I got last one. Why you have this something extremely important to our YouTube channel in your pocket? Don't you realize how important is this? And if we lost it, we will be in big trouble? Oh, sorry. I just thought that the raccoon looked delicious. Oh my god, what? This is a cover. It's not a real animal to eat. Oh, I don't know why. I just felt like I wanted to eat it. Sorry. My god. Here, take your things. Your beef and your boa Hancock. I knew I've seen this keychain somewhere. It was you, of course. Yatta! My Frankie arm. And boa Hancock keychain. Yes, I got the item. The first games are the Sly Cooper franchise. Hello everybody, I hope you are enjoying this video so far. That was my first acting skit ever, so if it look amateur and not professional, well, that's the point of my channel. I'm here to make fun content, fun videos, and enjoy this journey with you guys. If the green screen scenes were cringy for you, well, welcome to my channel. As you just saw from the announcement, the first 4 games will be the Sly Cooper franchise games. Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, Sly 2, Band of Thieves, Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves, and Sly 4, Thieves in Time. Now you might ask, wait, didn't you already play these? It's one of your favorite franchises. Well, here's the thing. I only completed Sly 2 and Sly 3. I never completed Sly 1 or Sly 4. And I know that some fans don't like calling Sly Cooper Thieves in Time Sly 4 since it's not made by Sucker Punch Productions that made the original 3 games. I know many people don't like the 4th game, but I still want to give it a chance. As a Sly Cooper fan, I want to play all of the games. The reason why I never completed or played Sly Cooper 1 when I was a kid is because my first experience actually was Sly Cooper 2 in 2004. After I bought this game and played it, it changed my life. It was insane for me. I really loved it. So I went back to the shop and I asked him, do you have Sly Cooper 1? And he said, no. It's already a 2 years game as it released in 2002. And I was searching for every shop to find it in 2004 and I never managed to find it, unfortunately. I was so sad about that. But later, after a few months, Sly Cooper 3 released and I was the happiest person on earth. And yes, even though I played Sly Cooper 2 and 3 before, this is actually my first time playing them after 20 years. I never played them from 2006. So it will be like a new experience for me playing them as an adult. Yeah, I remember some scene here and there, but I don't remember them fully. Now that I talked about the first 4 games, let me explain the journey. The 4 categories under this series. This 100 games will be under 4 categories. Category number 1. Games that I played before but will replay them because they have sequels and prequels that I never played, like the Sly Cooper franchise. Category number 2. High rated and popular games that I never played before and look interesting to me. Majority of the games under this journey will be under this category. Approximately 70% of them actually. Category number 3. Games that I liked before but never managed to complete them. The reason why I never managed to complete these games either because it was so difficult for me as a kid in elementary school, as the main reason why I never managed to complete them when I was in elementary school is because I didn't understand English. So many of these games were difficult for me because I was so bad in English in elementary school and I got better in middle school. So many of these games were puzzle heavy, mission heavy, that required the English knowledge to understand and complete them. The other reason why I couldn't complete them is so many of these games actually were in Japanese. Since they were pirated games, they were pirated from the Japanese versions of the games. So I was playing them in Japanese and I don't understand. I was just clicking here and there and hoping it will work, and it never worked. Later, as I learned the language in middle school, I already had PS3 at that time and I never went back to those PlayStation 2 games. Category number 4. Games that I dropped before because I didn't like them, but now as an adult I see that they are so praised and highly rated and popular. And now they actually look interesting to me, so I want to give them a chance. And that's it. If you are still watching this long video, I just want to say thank you. Your time is valuable, and the fact that you're spending it watching me means a lot. I truly want to make content that makes people happy and entertained. And I'm so excited to finally be back to gaming after 10 years and celebrate this journey with you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, please follow me on Twitch, Instagram and X. Subscribe to the 3 YouTube channels and turn on the notification for all of them. Like, comment and share this video with others. This is Azuz SWS. You can call me Azuz. And this is the intro to the journey to complete 100 games after a 10-year hiatus. I'm back to gaming, gamers. So see you later, gamers.